Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to do my first actual review on a knife. This is the Chris Reeve Ti-lock. I actually got this a few months ago. My wife bought me this. I had seen this. Sorry about the glare. I don't have my tripod yet. I'm using a monopod, which is difficult to get to sit still and do what we wanted to do, but sorry about that glare right there, so we'll turn it this way. Anyway, so I got this at a few months ago. My wife bought it for me. I had seen it on, on the Chris Reeve's website, and when I started really getting excited about knives, this is the one that caught my attention the most. It just looked really neat. It was different than anything else, which, to me was a pretty cool thing. And I'm going to talk a little bit about it. As it came in, it comes in the Chris Reeve's box, which I think Jim, I'll give little shout out to Jim Skelton. He talks about how the packaging is on some of these knives that are quite expensive, and it's a little disappointing, and I agree with him 100%. But Chris Reeve Ti-lock, SVN, S35VN, titanium scales or frame. This one's a March 14th, 2012 model, signed by Chris Reeve. Your guarantees and all that sort of thing on the back. And then they also come with your caution. All the knives leaving our workshop are very sharp and should be treated with due care. So anyway, talk about the Ti-lock, that sort of thing. Then they give you some stickers. Actually, I forgot these were even in here. It's a Chris Reeve sticker. I don't know if you can see it with the glare, but it's kind of cool. And the last thing is if you have to return it, or register actually, which I don't think I've done yet, so it's a good thing I pulled this out. But anyway, had all this stuff kind of locked away once I got it, and then that is what it is. And it also comes with this cool blue Chris Reeves embroidered wiping cloth type sort of thing. But anyway, so back to the knife. So I got this, and like I say, when I got it out of the box, it really cool looking knife, very different design. I like most things about it. What I've realized since carrying the thing is it's very difficult to open. This is a slippery. This is very slippery through here, so there's no thumb stud or really anything. You can open it from the top, but it's very hard because the tension from this piece here, and this is a titanium bar that goes across the top, as it goes around, it locks into this little piece right here. So I don't know how well that's going to come in on here. But this goes right here, and it rolls up the top, which is really smooth, but you can feel the tension about right there. So if I pull it too hard, it'll snap back down. So just before it goes in, as you can see, the knife wants to either go in or it wants to stop. So once it goes in, it snaps into that spot, and then it's held into place. And actually, it's pretty freaking tight in there. I guess when you're holding the knife, you're going to keep it in that hole when you're cutting or whatever, but it's makes me a little bit nervous, but not too much. So anyway, the problem I have with it is one-handed closing is a nightmare. It's very tight through there. That is a tight, you can hear it. It is really tight, and it will work on your thumb, and obviously I'm not tough thumb, so I can't do that all day long, or else it'll crush me. I have played with it. I've tried to loosen this piece, like pulling it up and up and up, and I'm afraid I'm going to snap it. But you can see the tension even from there, because that rolling ball, or what I guess you want to call it, on the pivot is just tight. It either wants to go down, up, or lock into that place. There's no in between there. As you can tell, it just ricochets back and forth. Like I say, I'm not beating the knife up. The fit and finish of this thing is ridiculous. It's very smooth. The tolerances with Chris Reeve knives, as you guys all know, is pretty second to none. I think the way he does his knives are pretty incredible. Blade centering on this is absolutely dead, solid, perfect. Like I say, the tolerances are great. What I don't like is it's hard for me to really get it, and I feel like I'm going to slip off because this is very slippery. There's no. I would have preferred if he'd have done it without using the actual studs here. I guess I wouldn't even call those a thumb stud. It's more like a locking mechanism. But I would have preferred it if he would have put something in here, like some type of thumb stud, like he does on the Sabenzas, or the Omnumzom's kind of similar to this too, to where it's right up against the frame, and it's hard to get it to from here. You gotta kind of roll it up, but it's, like I say, it's harder to do than a traditional knife. But I really do like it. It's hard for me to carry. You know, again, let's talk about the pocket clip for a minute. One of the biggest issues I have with this is it's extremely tight. That is a tight piece in there. So when you go to put it on, say, jeans or something like that, it's let me get that to focus in. It's hard to get it. It's hard to get it to pinch and open up. So it's really, really tight. So that's another thing I think the design is great. Gavin Hawk and all these guys, when they got together to make the knife, and I think they did a good job. It's a little bit smaller of a knife. When I first got it, it felt huge, and then since then I'll show you a couple other ones that that makes this knife seem really, really tiny. But anyway, I like it, but it's not something that I think I could carry every day, even though I did for a couple months until I got my other knives. But I'm new into collecting, so this was my first knife. I figured if I'm going to get one, I want to get a Chris Reeve. That's the standard in the knife industry. And anyway, do like it, but like I say, I think there's some things that appeal to me more in a different type of knife. Not that I'm going to sell it. I don't see myself getting rid of it, but like to close this thing is, I mean, it's smooth, sounds good, locks in place great, but getting it from here to here is really hard, and then it just shoots down. It's not a very smooth opening, and I've seen some on their sites, and I don't know if maybe it's just the one that I have, but I've seen it on the site where I think it's Gavin Hawk has one of these, and he goes to open it up, and it's super smooth going back. As you can tell, it is just hard to do. But when he releases it, it's like, it seems real light, unless he's putting a lot of pressure, a lot stronger than I am, I don't know. But when he goes to close it, it's a nice smooth close. He has no issues with it. But the other thing too is if you put your hand to, when you go to push this up, if you get your hand too close, right here, it will pinch the crap out of your finger. So you got to get yourself out of the way when that locks into place. But anyway, all in all, it's a cool knife. I don't dislike it by any way, shape, or form. I just think that there could be some things that were done differently. But as far as the cool factor goes, it's a sweet knife. I mean, it cuts well. The blade's strong. It's sharp. I think it's dulled down a little bit. I've cut a lot of things with this, but still stayed in pretty good shape. So to give you guys a little bit of a close-up without the glare. Hopefully you can see it when it focuses in. Come on. Focus. There we go. Just in really good shape. Everything about the knife is stonewashing, just great. Actually hides a lot of the wear. Anyway, first actual review on it. Like I say, I'm not very good at all the blade steels and the terminology that some of these guys I've been collecting for a while use. I'm just a newbie trying to get into the industry of collecting. So anyway, or hobby, I should say, of collecting. But anyway, thanks for watching. Do me a favor and subscribe. I'm going to be putting as many as I can on here. I just got recently, I'm going to be doing a Grayman Sawtooth review. The ZT 0560 CBCF limited production knife. I'm going to do one of those. I'm going to do one on the ZT 0350. I'm going to do one on the Jason Browse Division Flipper and on the reloader, even though the reloader's been sent back to Jason because the detent ball came out of that. And what else do I have down there that I might be reviewing? Anyway, just keep a lookout for those. Subscribe, leave your comments below, and I will talk with you guys soon. Thanks a bunch.